What's up everybody, Kirin right here. So, thanks to the United States, Huawei is no longer the smartphone powerhouse that it once was. Just a few years ago, the Chinese manufacturer was poised to become the world's largest smartphone manufacturer, but after being placed on the entity list back in 2019 by the United States, the company could no longer access its US supply chain, which basically prevented it from doing business with some of its important suppliers including Google. And exactly 1 year later today, a change in the United States export rules made matters worse for Huawei, since it prevented the company from obtaining cutting-edge chipsets from foundries that use American technology. In order to prevent these US bans, Huawei sold its sub-brand Honor for over $15 billion. And thanks to the US ban though, Huawei is also unable to produce 5G handsets. Its flagship P50 phone released last year used a 4G only version of the Snapdragon 888 chipset in it, which is kind of unfair. So, having said that, the chipset used in the P50 lineup was manufactured using the 5nm process node, meaning that the chip had a large number of transistors inside, allowing it to deliver strong performance and energy efficiency. And you know what? The lower the process node, the higher the number of transistors that can fit inside a chip. With this in mind, here things get little interesting regarding the upcoming Huawei P60 series. So, according to the Huawei Central, the tipster has posted an interesting rumor about the next iteration of the photography-based P60 series. While the tipster says that 2022 P60 handset will be powered by a 14nm Kirin 9100 chipset. Well, these Kirin chipsets are designed by Huawei's high silicon unit, and the interesting thing is that the tipster says the performance of the Kirin 9100 chipset will be comparable to a 5nm chipset, which is literally a really strange thing to even hear about. Let me tell you why. First of all, according to my knowledge, there is no way a 14nm chipset can deliver 5nm performance. As a comparison though, Samsung's version of the A9 chip used on the iPhone 6s and the 6s Plus back in 2015 used Samsung's 14nm process node, which basically contained 2 billion transistors in it. Compare that to the Apple's current 5nm A15 Bionic chip, which carries about 15 billion transistors. So, how can Huawei deliver a technology using 2015 chipset and compare it to the latest and the greatest 5nm chipset is out of my mind. But if Huawei somehow managed to do that, it would be an amazing invention of all time. Their supply chain issues as well as all the restrictions will reduce, and it will act as a miracle for Huawei. So, what are your thoughts on this news? Can Huawei implement this thing on the Huawei P60 series or not? Well, let me know in the comments down below. And as always, I'll catch you